Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Notch to 11 and welcome to a beautiful Saturday morning. It's very early, it's about 7:30. I'm on my way to a weekender. I'm very late for a weekender. Should have been here last night, Friday night, but just got back from my holes with my family. Got back home very late. It was too late to start packing up for camping last night, so I decided to come down this morning. We're back to Sudbury with the Let's Go Digging events. Amazing land last time, found some amazing stuff, silver and all sorts of wonderful artifacts and relics, plus there was lots of gold and all sorts come up. We're on some new fields. I think there's about 140 acres, but it is all stubble, so we're gonna have to see how the DISC II and the Manticore perform over the next day or two. Meeting up with some pals as always and looking forward to a dig. So I'm about 10 minutes away. I need to get cracking, so I'll see you on the field. We're here, everyone's off and running. Some lovely big fields, blue skies, white clouds, and a lovely bunch of people. Got Simon over there, and a few others here. Bit breezy, but lovely. I'm on my second hole, would you believe? I got one in the 80s. It's quite nice and soft. We had a torrential rain overnight. Luckily I was in my bed and not in my tent. There's a few got flooded out. But yeah, second hole. First one was a bit of green. Second hole was in the 80s, a bit jumpy with the DISC II. Flicked it out and I can see it already. And would you believe it? Straight on a crotal bell. You couldn't write it, could you? You couldn't write it. Look at that. Didn't film it for obvious reasons, just want to get going. And you walk straight onto that. Let's give it a clean. Back to you in a sec. Look at the state of that. Not quite a first hole banger. Second hole banger. Look at that. I reckon that's going to be a ringer, you know. It's seen better days, I know. Maybe. Don't know. Hard to say. But we'll clear that out back at the tent a bit later on. But what a start to the Sudbury dig. Crotal bell. Hopefully ringer number 11. See you in a bit. There's a lovely Simon. Say hello, mate. Yeah, we're doing all right. It's reasonably quiet, but we're doing okay. Just had a 73, which was deep down, relatively deep, about 6-7 inches probably. Full disclosure, I have picked it up, but I've noticed it's got a bit of shape to it. So I thought I'd bring it in a bit closer so we can have a look together. Oh yeah. That looks a bit pendanty, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it's got a bit of pattern on that as well, Si. Nice. Well, that could be very nice. Right, let's give that a clean. Back to you in a sec. There we are. Lovely pattern on it. You can see that in the sun. Got a little loop there with a hole. Presumably there was one there as well, which is broke. And it obviously, thinking kind of dress hook maybe. Tudor or something like that, but it's very nice, very pretty and very green. Nothing on the back, so it's meant to be shown off this side, and we like that a lot. Awesome. Right, let's crack on. Next one. Not gonna be able to see that in the sun. Is an 84, 85, and it's out obviously, so I thought we'd have a look together. Oh, he says. Excuse the shadows. Probably put the kiss of death on it now. And have I? Let's have a look. That bit of lead? Yeah. That's probably a mangled musket ball. Funny enough, Simon just mentioned he's found about 11 of them already. So yeah, I think that's probably a mangled musket ball, but we'll take it. Proper history of that. See you in a bit. Simon and I were just saying it definitely hasn't been dug this field. There's plenty of targets. Yeah, and
You can see that's an 87, wispy 87, 88, which I quite like. So we'll give that one a dig as well. Could be another musket ball, of course. Back to you in a sec. It's about there. Right. Let's be lucky. No coins yet. It's nice and easy digging because we had a lot of rain, as I mentioned last night. So it's made the ground nice and soft. And a bit stubbly and obviously a bit strawy, but right, it's gone up to an 88, 89 now, which I don't mind. Let's see what we got. He says. What are you? It's you. Oh, what are you? Yeah, that could be something, you know. Oh yeah. It's a bit of bronze. Let me come and show you. It's a bit of bronze, I don't know if you can see that. But it's got, looks a bit like a shell. Like a scallop shell. Simon's coming in to find out more. Don't know. Might be nothing. But it's very cool and it's definitely shell-like. So yeah, I'll give it a squirt. If there's anything else there, or if I can come up with what I think it might be, I'll let you know. Failing that, you let me know. See you in a bit. Well, it hasn't taken long. You can get in a minute. Yes, it's not my coin, as you probably gathered already. It's Simon's. And he's come on to... Wow, what a condition that is. I'm trying to work out who the hell it is, to be honest. GER, AIBR. Don't know. Don't know. I reckon it's a James. You can see his headlet with a crown.
But what's the 2 X's?
2 X's to the side of his head, and turn it over, and you've got a thistle. So it's definitely a Scottish hammered coin, but it's a stun. It's in lovely condition, lovely black and grey patina. There you go. You can get in now. Well done, bud. He's on the hammered. Right, let's find notch to 11 one, shall we? See you in a bit. Yeah, there we are. Next one was a little 62. And again, don't ever mind finding these, little 2-ring bullet. Big hello to the lovely Jim. Just bumped into Jim on the field, who's a subscriber. Very, very nice to meet you, my friend. I'm very pleased to hear he's bagged himself a massive permission near where he lives. So he's going to be sorted for the next few months and years. And hope it brings you lots of luck, my friend. And thanks as always for stopping by. I do appreciate it. And also a special thank you to hello to Amanda as well. Amanda, I keep forgetting your name, don't I? Apologies. I'll never forget again, I promise. Good to see you. And anyway, yeah, a little bullet. So yeah, we're staying on this field. I think there's plenty of targets, so we're not going to move on just yet. See you in a bit. Well, DISC II is performing well. Very pleased so far. Next one was in the 50s. 53, 54, 55, 56. Quite frankly, all over the place, and I thought it was going to be a shotty, but I dug it anyway. Right next to someone else's holet. And we got a thimble. Yet another thimble. My thimble slash watchwinder slash crotal bell run continues. Bit squished. Would much prefer the silver variety, but I never ever mind finding these. So yeah, we've got a thimble. Fantastic. Well, he's asked me before I got here this weekend if he could have a swing of my DISC II because he's thinking about buying one. My answer to that is, why would you change your knocks when you found yourself another bit of silver? What you got, Si?
Straighten it out. Risky.
Oh.
That's alright.
He's got to cut off.
Forwarded. Short cross.
Not going to want to know. Oh, lovely, mate.
God knows. I have to properly look at that.
It's a cut off. It's a bit of silver. It's lovely. A second hammered coin for the lovely Simon.
Whee!
Who wants a DISC II?
Go on, mate.
Very, very happy man. He's done a trio, but he's done a trio in style. Can I take it? Is that all right? Can you see it? That's got to be a silver Roman coin. It's thick, it's meaty. Well, I presume it's Roman. It's absolutely stunning. A guy on a rearing horse, letters underneath, and someone's bonce there. That's got to be Roman all day long. What a stunning coin. Well done, Simon. 3 silvers, including Roman, for Simon. And he wants a Deus too. Well done, mate. Superb. Not going to get our hopes up too much, but we're just about. See, there's a bit of shade there, look. Simon and I'm a good old boy. I brought a couple of beers, one for me, one for Si, and we're going to sit under that shade and have a beer together and talk about the wonderful finds that Simon's made. But I got one right in the high 50s, and it's a very, very thin disc-shaped thing. So could I finally stand you up? Get in the sunlight. Finally, I've done it. Yep. It's hammered, but I think it's pretty blank. Oh, that's a shame, but we'll take it. Definitely a hammy. We're on the silver. Finally. I say finally, we can't complain. I mean, we've only been going 2 or 3 hours, really. 3 hours, 15 minutes, actually. And we got a silver. Happy days. Looks like it's been pretty worn down. But I'll give it a clean. If there's anything there, I'll let you know. Failing that, we'll have a beer. And we'll see you in a bit. Nice beer and some sausages in a roll. Nice little pit stop, and we're straight back out. And the first signal straight after lunch was an 88. And I think we might have our first copper coin of the day. Haven't touched it yet. Yep. Little halfpenny of some description, I suspect. Excellent. Oh, well, I don't mind that. Second coin of the day. I'll give it a clean. If there's anything there, I'll let you know. Failing that, we shall move on. Right, well, the next one was 70, and it was right on the surface, so I didn't need to dig it. It was on, you just use my pinpointer to find it, and I've lost it now. It was that small. Is that it? No, is that it? Yes, that's it. I saw a bit of green. Right, let's just stand up. And that looks pretty interesting to me. Yeah, no, look at that. That is lovely. I don't know what it is. It's got a little heart shape with the little pips. Maybe a little buckly piece, maybe? Yeah, looks like it. Little buckle piece, I reckon. Awesome. Let's give it a squirt. I'll be right back. Well, it's beautiful. We're not quite sure what it is, but we're pretty sure that's got there's holes in the top there as well. You can see it's got almost like a buckly bit that would, with a pin that would have gone through there. So we're presuming some sort of part of a buckle. I don't know, but it's absolutely tiny, but absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous pattern on it. Look, that'll clean up lovely with a bit of artiseal, I'd imagine. Yeah, lovely. Don't mind that at all. Nice little party fact. Let's move on. Well, Simon and I just turned a corner in one of the fields, and we've seen there must have been hundreds of people walk round this corner as they moved their way around the fields earlier on through the morning and through lunchtime. But we're shocked at how many signals we're still finding, and we've found bits and bobs. Nothing too great, but we found bits and bobs. Anyway, I've just unearthed a 60, which kind of looks like a coin, or it might be a little bit of a buckle. I'm not sure. It's down in the hole here. That's about as close as I'm going to get you to it without picking it up. Oh no, that is a buckle. That's not a coin. Right, let's get my other glove off. Oh yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's beautiful. That is tiny. Right, stand up and get in the sun again. Look at that. That's a cracker. Tiny as well. That's a beautiful little buckle. That's pretty old as well, I reckon. Oh wow, that's lovely. Another little artefact to go in the box. Excellent. Well, we're having a great day. Silver, artefacts, crotal bells, coins, you name it, we're finding it. What a day. Look at that. What a beautiful day. It's getting warm now, I tell you. Next one we had was a 62, and again, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I've pinpointed it to here, and it's a little, well, it's an orange disc, it's a copper disc. So I thought we'd have a look at it together. It looks quite thin, so I'm hoping it might be a little coin, it might be a little button. There we are. Let's have a look. Not feeling a shank. Apologies, I'm facing right into the wind as well. Oh no, that's a coin. Oh, or is it? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Ooh, that's lovely. Ooh, that's lovely. That's gorgeous. It ain't silver, but it's a lovely, lovely copper coin, I think. Copper hammered. Right, let's give that a squirt. Wow, we're having a great day. Right, back in a sec. Would you look at that? Definitely a little copper hammered token, I suggest. 1667. The year after the Great Fire of London. Wow, that is in incredible condition. Then we've got some sort of crescent moon maybe on the back. Lots of pips and some writing. That's going to clean up absolutely beautifully. Wow, that's incredible condition. A little bit of a split on the edge, but other than that, that's an absolute Bobby Dazzler. Wow, fantastic. Well, there we go. And we're only at 1:30. Still another, potentially, 6 hours or so to go. Incredible. See you in a bit. Right, next one was in the 60s. Another, not too deep, a couple of inches. And we've got a little edge there, looks a bit lead-like. I thought we'd have a look together in case it's a token. We do like a lead token. Oh yeah, I think it might be. Are we lucky? Let's have a look. Yeah, try not to brush it too hard. Yeah, it's got to be a lead token, isn't it? Wow, what a bumper day. Cool, right, let's give it a squirt. Back to you in a sec. Yeah, there we are. It's a bit of pattern coming through, I think. Like 4 little leaves or something there. Hard to say. But yeah, yet another artefact. Going in the pot. Excellent. See you in a bit. Well, sorry for the lack of live digs, friends. Mainly because A, it's flipping hot, but also lots of people about and that kind of stuff. And yeah, well, it is what it is, I suppose. But we'll try and do a few when we can. Anyway, this was an 80. Yeah, I think that's part of a medieval pendant. You can see some reds and some yellows coming through. Hopefully you can see it all right on your screen. So once it was coloured, and it's definitely got that kind of medieval pendanty feel to it. Bit busted up, unfortunately, but yeah, yet another one. Wow. I'm running out of superlatives. Let's move on. Well, I'm going to film this one. It was a 53 and it's only just under the surface, about an inch or two down. And Simon and I have been looking at it, we're not sure, but it's got a bit of a strap end feel about it. It's quite rounded, so it would be one of those kind of toggle end type things. It's got a little bit of pattern on the end of that blob on the end there, and little holes where presumably it was fixed to the leather or the rope or whatever. Yeah, but it might not be. Could be something very modern and very cackage, but we're filming it because we want to do a bit more investigation on it. So yeah, not sure. Any ideas, let me know. Failing that, we shall crack on.
The signal on that was terrible.
Was it?
It's horrible.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls,
Come up.
the lovely Rob
Yeah.
has found this thing of beauty. Can you turn that over for me, Paul?
Of course I can, mate.
Quartz data.
Pleasure.
The last time somebody held that was about 2,000 odd years ago. Gold and a thing of beauty. Congratulations, Rob, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice.
See you in a bit.
There we are. It's only 3:40, but it feels like it must be about 3 days worth of digging, I've got to tell you. We must have dug over 100 holes each, I reckon. Really hard work, really hot, but brilliant. It was, as I say, hard going, but 3 silvers, mate, including a Roman silver, which is just a thing of dreams. And I had plenty of good stuff as well, you know, really, really good history on these fields. So we're looking forward to day 2 tomorrow, which is Sunday. Stick around for the roundup. Thanks as always for joining us. And from Simon, ta-da. Right then folks, that's day 1. Try and keep this short and sweet as I possibly can because there's a lot to tell you about. 73 finds on this table and in them pots, plus lots of other stuff that went in the buckets and the bins as we went through the weekend. So I don't think it was any exaggeration when I said to Simon, well, I think we dug over 100 holes. It was brilliant land, brilliant company. Massive thanks to Simon for yours, mate. We really enjoyed spending the weekend with you. Special thanks to all the lads and ladies that we met around the camp and who I camped with. Really good fun we had on the Saturday night. Really, really, really good fun. And of course to the Let's Go Digging people for organising it. Special thanks to, of course, to Paul and Joe. As for the finds, we had plenty in the corner there. I wouldn't call it cat corner because there's some really good stuff there, including a horsey brassy thing. If there's anything that jumps off the page that you think you can identify, other than that little lid, which I know what that is, but the rest of it's all a bit of a mystery, if I'm honest. We found a little blank halfpenny and possibly a little mounty type thing. Plenty of lead, not just here, but in that particular pot on the right-hand side, including some blank disky things, a little weight, a couple of bullets, that kind of stuff. Plenty of buttons and ringy things. And then along the top, some amazing, amazing history from that particular Saturday. A thimble, a grotty coin, not sure what it is. A tiny little medieval buckle, which is fantastic. A beautiful little lead token. Some detail on it, but not particularly identifiable, unfortunately. Beautiful little buckle piece, I think that is. As you can see, the little heart in the top there and the little studs and detail around it. That's gorgeous and tiny. The little bronze shell thing. Consensus is that might be the end of a dagger handle, which would be lovely if it was. If you've got any ideas, let me know. A broken pendant, but again, you can see some of the red and the yellow on it, so that possibly heraldic, but very cool nonetheless. This thing here I filmed, yes, it is something, I knew it was something, and I've since ID'd it in the books. It's a medieval lace chape. So if you think of the end of our modern day shoelaces, it's one of those. And when I cleaned it out, there's still some of the material or the fabric or the string or rope or whatever was inside it, still inside it to this day. So that's very cool. We found a Tudor dress hook. Ollie from the Suffolk Searcher found a very similar one on that same dig. Different field, of course, last time we were there. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Come back to the bell in a second. We found a blank hammered coin. Probably Elizabethan or maybe a James or a Charles. Most of those little silvers that came up over the weekend came from that era. We found a gorgeous, try and get you into the light, 1667 Sudbury token. So that's literally like one I found on the previous Weekender, come from very close by and has stayed there for the last 300 odd years. I think it actually says Sudbury in the bottom right there. You can just about make out the SUDB. Haven't done any ID on it yet, and it's got a lovely little crescent moon and some more writing on the back. Beautiful little piece of local history. I love that. And then last but by no means least, number 11, my 11th ringing crotal bell. It's seen better days, but thankfully the P was still inside it. Yeah, beautiful. And it's an old one because the nature of that, the way that loop looks on the top suggests it's a pretty old one. So we don't mind that. It still rings as such and we'll take it. Lastly, massive thank you to everybody that's watching. I really do appreciate it. With a special shout out to the lovely Jim, Amanda and Rob, and well done Rob for finding that amazing gold Celtic stater. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.